Welcome back to Win or Lose, the new YouTube channel. Tim Bedcould. Support the channel, subscribe and hit the like button and the bell icon for notifications whenever I drop a new show. I'm going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys today. I know. Dak Prescott had the thumb injury on Sunday night. At first, he said he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. Now I'm hearing it's going to be 3 to 4 weeks. Jerry Jones says it's going to be 3 to 4 weeks. So hopefully he can get back in time where it still will be a main part of the season. He won't lose much of the season. And my thing is, I don't think the Cowboys are done. Now, I don't think the Cowboys are a Super Bowl team either, but I still think they can get into the playoffs. And I know every year they overrate the Cowboys. They're going to be this, they're going to do that. They're a national brand. It's kind of like Notre Dame football. Every year Notre Dame's ranked. We're like, how the hell they rank that high? It's kind of like with Dallas. Every year, Dallas is going to be overrated. We're going to talk about them more than any other team, even though they've proven nothing in the last 25 years. But my reasons for I think Dallas is not done, I think it's the schedule. I mean, this Sunday is a tough one against the Cincinnati Bengals. They coming off a loss, so they're going to be kind of angry coming into Dallas. But one thing about the Bengals, as good as they are, they kind of play down to the level of their competition. They lost to Pittsburgh last week. I mean, last year, even though they went to Super Bowl, they lost to the Jets and lost to the Cleveland Browns twice. So maybe they come in and they overlook Dallas. That's a game I think Dallas could potentially win. Now, I don't know. They're going to be the underdog, definitely. But I wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati kind of lets their guard down a little bit, let Dallas hang around, and they might could potentially steal that. It seems like Joe Burrow has a turnover problem so far this year. So maybe they can create a couple of turnovers and possibly win that game. After that, they got the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Two division games, and I feel like hell the Giants and Commanders aren't world beaters. How come they can't win both of those games? At least split. That's a possibility. The Giants are coming off a good win against the Tennessee Titans, but Daniel Jones is still the quarterback. So, I mean, I don't know how to do with that what you want to. I mean, do you still trust Daniel Jones? I think Dallas could win that game. And also Washington. Carson Wentz looked good, but he also had 2 turnovers. So you know he'll give you the ball. You could possibly win that game. Those division games are tricky. You just can't, sweep them and like put them in your back pocket as wins, especially if it's a bad team against a good team. We've seen that plenty of times. With the division, throw the records out the book. It doesn't matter. So after that, they have the Rams, which I think that could be trouble. And then they got the Eagles. I'm not sold on the Eagles as everyone else is. So I mean, I think that could be potentially a win. And after those 2 games, they have the Lions and Bears, and you got to win those 2 games. Maybe Dak could be back, but if you're gonna hold him out for the next, 6 to 8 weeks, those would be the games. But if it's 3 to 4 weeks, then he could possibly return before the Rams game. So I don't think all is done. Like I said, the division is weak. I'm not as high on the Eagles as everybody else is. I still think they got some flaws. I still don't trust Jalen Hurts throwing the ball. As long as they got the lead and they can run the ball, run the clock out, they're good. But what happens when they get behind 14 nothing, 21-7, and Jalen Hurts has to throw the ball? I still haven't seen that he can lead the team back throwing the ball. And it's only week one. I mean, had this happened week 10 or week 11 and they were in a playoff push and playoff hunt, then they might be in trouble. But it's only week one. You got plenty of the 16 games left. Like I said, weak division. It's not over. It's week one. So the injury, even though you don't want injuries to happen, it happened in week one. So that might be a blessing in disguise right there. They still got 16 games left. They still got time to get players back healthy and, have their good guys when the season is right in the middle in the meat of the season to make that playoff push. So there's no need to panic. I still got the Cowboys winning this division. I don't think this division is really that good. All the other teams won in week one, but I mean, I looked at all 3 of them and I'm not impressed. I'm not. I still think with a healthy Dak, Dallas is the best team in the division. Now you're gonna have to, like I said, they have to run the ball a little bit. Ezekiel Elliott, defense is gonna have to create some turnovers like they did last year, and Mike McCarthy's gonna have to, step up his coaching game. It just always seems with Dallas, they kind of hire these guys who should be like coordinators, like Jason Garrett, Wade Phillips, like good coordinators, but they shouldn't be your number one. They always got a number two being the number one, and that's always been Dallas's problem. Maybe because Jerry Jones feels like he's the number one, but I think you need a number one head coach. You know, if Mike McCarthy, hopefully he can get the team, rally the troops, but I just don't see it. I mean, other than the coaching, disparity, I think Dallas has the talent to overcome that in this division. Had it been any other division, I don't think so. But those are my reasons why I think the Dallas Cowboys are not done. I still think they're going to win this division. I still think they'll get a home playoff game. Tell me what you guys think with the comments. Like the page, subscribe, and I'll be back with more content.